In August of 2015, I uploaded a 1997 report we received from Toowoomba in Queensland. The incident occurred on the outskirts of the town at a location named Picnic Point. Our witness Rachel saw a tall, hairy biped walking 15 feet below her on a downward slant. It stopped and sat in the grass, not moving. Although the Yowie knew she was there, it showed no concern. She described it as 8 to 9 feet tall, similar hair to that of a gorilla, broad muscular shoulders, arms that reached mid-thigh, and it made no sound as it walked through the grass. She said the face wasn't black like a gorilla, but tanned. With the fear creeping in, she turned and made her way back to the car park. And as an interesting side note, she believed it may have been watching the hang gliders on the other side of the valley. Picnic Point is linked by forested mountains to various other sightings, and as you head further east or north, the sightings escalate. In 2016, we uploaded this witness audio report number 93. For some unknown reason, the story turned viral and appeared in most Australian newspapers and then spread to other countries. Before long, TV and radio stations were requesting interviews. Channel 7's morning show came along and I twisted Tony Healy's arm to step in for me. Here is the Toowoomba Yowie segment with Tony Healy, hosted by Larry Emder and Kyle Gillies. Enjoy.
Thank you guys. The existence of Australia's ever-elusive Yowie is shrouded in mystery, of course. Not unlike the Yeti or the Sasquatch, the gorilla-like creature has never been confirmed, despite countless reported sightings. The latest comes from a Brisbane woman who was out bushwalking in the mountain ranges near Toowoomba. Have a listen to this.
The thing that it most resembled that you can pick?
So a gorilla, but with long legs and long arms. It might have had a more human-looking face. The face wasn't black like the gorillas.
The face was a lighter colour, like skin? Or?
Yeah, maybe more like a tan person.
And with increasing sightings, the pressure is on to find the ape-like or the gorilla-like monster and put an end to one of the country's biggest mysteries. Joining us for some of these answers is author and historian Tony Healy, who is live from Canberra. Hi Tony, you've written 2 books on the Yowie. This reported sighting, the one that we just heard, is actually from a few months back. It's only just been released. What do you make of it?
Well, the lady seems pretty sincere. I didn't interview her myself. My colleague Paul Cropper interviewed her. But her story fits with the pattern. It's pretty well exactly what people have been saying for nigh on to 200 years now, and it conforms to the Aboriginal beliefs about the Yowie as well. Similar sort of stories.
And they all sound the same to you? They're all telling the same story? The description sounds right?
Yes, 95% pretty much the same. Some of the creatures supposedly are a bit smaller, you know, they're not all gigantic basketball player-sized creatures, but it's very much the same. Something like a gorilla, but with long legs and a head shoved down on big broad shoulders without benefit of neck.
So these pictures that we've been seeing of the so-called sightings, has anyone absolutely been able to verify what these are? Are they, do you know what I mean? Like with so many so-called sightings, does it seem strange to you that we haven't actually been able to verify anything?
Yes, it does seem strange. Even after 40 years of chasing these things, I must say I don't know what they are. But I'd have to say that 95% of the witnesses I've spoken to are obviously telling the truth. Many of them are just jumping out of their skins with excitement. And some of the people who've come forward to tell stories about what happened to them, say, 20 or 30 or even 40 or 50 years ago, you can still feel the edge of excitement in their voice. You know, it's often one of the most exciting things that happened to them in their whole life.
Yeah. But I mean, you say we've been hearing stories like this for 200 years or more, but you know, now we're blessed with tremendous technology, thermal imaging, everyone's carrying a camera all the time, GPS. How come we can't nail this definitively, do you think?
Yeah, well, that's the $64,000 question as far as I'm concerned. It's very odd that nobody has been able to get a decent photograph. The only exception worldwide is the Patterson film from Northern California, 1967. That appears to be a genuine film clip of a Sasquatch, but the Yowie seems to be pretty well camera-proof. It's look. So
what do we think these are then? If we don't think we've actually caught one on film yet, what do we think these are?
Well,
in the expert official opinion.
Well, I don't think there is an expert official opinion really. A lot of scientists run for the trees whenever Yowies are mentioned. You know, they don't want to address the issue because some of them know that there has been this consistent pattern for hundreds of years, but they can't seem to come up with anything. And look, I don't blame them in a way. It's a really mystifying mystery. As I sometimes say, if you were to say that the Yowie mystery was very, very, very strange, that would be a massive understatement.
Yes. That's what we say, but that's okay. We do strange and understatement on the show all the time. Tony, thanks for talking to us. We appreciate it.
Yes,
Tony's book is called The Yowie, In Search of Australia's Bigfoot. Just head to the Morning Show website for all the detail.
Plus, we want to know your thoughts. Do you think the Yowie actually exists? Head to our Facebook page to vote, or if you've had your own sighting, let us know.
Oh yeah, if you've had your own sighting, let us know. Just call Kylie at home after midnight. Do you want those calls? You would like those calls after midnight?
Yeah, just direct them straight through. Yeah. We'll share the results later.
After visiting the same area again in 2017, Rachel made contact with us again, sending photos of 12-inch bare footprints she found in the mud and describing feelings of dread, along with rocks being thrown in her direction. To listen to Rachel's story, head to our website, Yowiehunters.com, go to the Witness Audio Reports, scroll down to Witness Report number 93.